Or like a cranberry
Those are
cocktail.
some heavy pours.
Very heavy pours. Oh.
What do you think?
Are you sitting Shiva?
What do you? No, this is my veil. We're about to remark on the wedding veil trilogy. I don't have a white one. I only have a black one.
I thought you might be a beekeeper.
It's just because of my hat.
There you go. Now you look like what's her face from Beetlejuice. That's appropriate.
Hey everybody, that part was recording. It's time to transition into the intro.
It's been a long, exhausting day. Your troubles just won't go away. One thing that gets you through these is watching cheesy holiday movies. You think that you're above them, but you know that you love them. So get ready.
Mike's been added.
He's been added. It's official. Oh my goodness. Welcome. Should I do welcome or do you want to do welcome?
This is the thing. Like for anyone watching this, I'm sure anyone who's watched multiple times knows we are all improvisers. We don't rehearse or write anything down. So every time you think we would at least beforehand go, you start, and we never do. So Chris, if you saw me, I was pointing at you.
Oh,
what good that does.
Well, welcome to another and fresh 2022
fresh.
episode.
I like that you called it fresh. I don't keep going.
Of Remark.
Yeah.
I am one of your hosts, Kristin Finger.
I am one of your hosts, Kevin Reagan.
And I am your stage manager and side host, Mike Gregoric.
You finally got your bell, Mike.
I found my bell. And don't worry, I also have the... So be careful.
Wow.
Both are going to be needed.
Wow.
Both are going to be needed. Hey, we watched The Wedding Veil Part 1.
Yeah.
Ooh,
spooky.
I did want to mention, this is one of 3. So this aired on Saturday, January 8th at 8 p.m. on the Hallmark Channel. It is directed by Terry Ingram. And I do want to say, Terry Ingram was a second unit director on Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. So
Lovely.
that's awesome.
Yes.
And it is written by sisters Judith and Sandra Berg.
Aww.
But more importantly, it's a trilogy!
Star Wars, The Godfather, Indiana Jones, Lord of the Rings, Back to the Future, Spider-Man, Villains Excellent Adventure, Other Ones, Trilogy.
This is right up there with all of those trilogies.
All of them.
There are now 2 Spider-Man trilogies, not 3. Sorry, Andrew Garfield fans. Tick, Tick, Boom. Awesome movie. Go watch that. That's all you get. That's all you get.
What?
Yeah, that's all you get. Yeah, so this first installment of this new trilogy follows 3 longtime college friends. And guys, speaking of friends, I wanted to just kind of throw this out.
Oh, look at these friends.
What? We're friends?
They are my second favorite trilogy. Maybe 5th or 6th, let's be honest. Because Star Wars, probably Indiana Jones and Back to the Future. I wish they'd make a Gremlins 3, but whatever, we'll talk about it.
That's fine. But look how much we all love the Phillies.
What? Oh, I wore my hat backwards. How dare I?
As I did this photo, I realized, it's a photo from a couple years ago, I realized I have been to 2 Phillies games with Mike.
Oh.
So that's kind of cool. I've been to 3 Phillies games with Kristin and 2 minor league baseball games, not in the state of Pennsylvania where we're from, with Kristin.
That's correct. One of those baseball games, we saw a monkey riding a dog.
That is true.
When did this happen though? This is a shadow.
There it is. Look at that. Look at the tats. There she is.
Golly. Look at the arm, man. She's really strong.
You're a righty.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
You didn't know that was you?
Oh, it was me. I was
I'm
kidding.
bringing in to close it out. Yeah, that was in Indianapolis. I forget the name of the minor league team there, but I think it used
Well,
to
that
be
was for Colby's 40th.
That's right. Yeah.
Or should I say Santa Claus's 40th?
Don't ruin the surprise. And also, too much inside baseball. I apologize, but yes, these are my friends. But this movie featured friends Avery Morrison, as played by Lacey Chabert. I don't know how to say her name because I've watched a couple of interview shows and nobody knows how to say her name. So just wanted to throw that out there. Or as I like to call her, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Rude.
No.
Rude.
I know. I don't know why. I think it's Party of Five.
As a young teenage boy growing up in the 90s, I was in love with both of these women, and there is a clear distinction between the two.
I know.
I get it that they're sisters on Party of Five, but there's the Jennifer Love Hewitt of Can't Hardly Wait, and there's the Lacey Chabert of Not Another Teen Movie, who kind of is making fun of Jennifer Love Hewitt. They're both awesome. How dare you? How dare you?
I know, but it's a thing that's in my head, and I've spread it, much like COVID, to my wife, because she now says it as well. It just happens. It happens.
-1
Sorry.
point for...
They're both delightfully brunette, petite women.
Yes.
Yeah. And by the way, Jennifer Love Hewitt, the movie to watch with her is called The Trojan War. That movie is amazing. So if you've never seen it, go see that. It was before Can't Hardly Wait by quite a few years. Fantastic. Anyways, we had those people. And then we also had friends Autumn Reeser as Emma, with no last name, but a hat. She wears lots of hats. And then we also had Alison Sweeney as Tracy.
Wow.
Also no last name, but loves day drinking. Let me tell you.
This is my kind of crowd right here, okay? Because like anytime they were drinking, it was all rosé all day. Like
Rosé all day. Listen, it was fine because they were on vacation, but there will come a point later where they're busy at work on Zoom, and you see Avery's character, and you see Emma, and they're busy working, and I don't know what it was Tracy was doing, but she had another big glass.
Are we? All right. We are not about to judge anyone for day drinking.
Please. I am not. I do some day drinking.
Especially, let's be honest, when it's just watered down cranberry juice. Come on, guys. Come on.
I don't think so. That's maybe on this new American channel, whatever it's called. But Hallmark, I think they keep it real. They keep it spicy.
I will say, do you remember in an earlier episode, I noted that a really, really skinny Hallmark actress walked past me at the Christmas con, and that was when I said, someone should feed her a ham, and some woman laughed. It was about Autumn Reeser. She is so tiny. Someone give her a ham.
Yeah.
She's so beautiful. But
why is she wearing a hat?
The hat.
She's always wearing a hat.
I love her. She's got a very Maggie Gyllenhaal smile, and I think I might like her because of that.
All right.
Oh, well, we'll talk at the very end of this episode about her next film. So, But these three friends discover a mysterious antique veil.
Whoa. Oh, wait.
Yeah, where's Mike?
Spooky.
It does look like a ghost the way it's sitting there on that flower pot. That's a flower pot, but it looks like it could be.
I'm just saying, I was hoping for a little bit of like a monkey's paw, like devil. What's the Stephen King Needful Things? You know what I mean? Where I was like, oh, this is gonna have a curse on it, but it didn't.
On our Twitter, I posted that about a monkey's paw. I really wanted a monkey's paw too.
Yeah.
But this antique veil is fabled to unite its bearer, not wearer, bearer, with her true love. Yeah. As told by Hilda.
Cute.
Here's Hilda.
Oh man, this is where it made me think of a monkey's paw more. She was creepy.
Oh yeah. Hilda is going to return.
Here's the thing, because remember the store was what was the store called? It was something. It was like Hilda's Secrets.
Yeah. Yeah. Needful Things. Needful Things.
Yep. It's Hilda's Hidden Treasures. That's what it's called.
Yeah. And like I don't know. Can we have more where other women or men find more of Hilda's hidden treasures? And
yes.
Like, I want to know what other treasures, because I feel like everything has a story.
Dude, I don't doubt it. I am excited for it. But before we get to that, it is important to mention this. Actually, it's not important. It's a side note, but I'm going to say it anyhow. Hilda does tell us this veil is 19th century Italian. No particular reason. I
mean, not a big deal. Never brought up again.
How could it be? You know, Also important probably to mention these 3 women. They all went to college together, and they all have a background in some level in the world of art. So Avery is a curator. Emma is a researcher, if you will, and I think Tracy's just money because she is the one who ultimately buys this veil, pays for it. So they say they're all going to Venmo her, but I don't believe it.
I don't believe it.
They made her do like the classic server. Could you like split this on 3 cards? They handed her 3 cards, and I'm picturing this old lady's like system back there. You know what I mean? No way she can just like actually like do that.
So after discovering, this is still just the synopsis, and then we'll break this whole thing down. After discovering a long-lost painting.
Whoa, not this painting.
I could not find it. Listen, I searched high and low on the internet. But that is a painting, and that lady...
Close.
What happens? Museum curator Avery and a new board member, Peter...
Oh, there he is.
Yes. Spicy, as played by Kevin McGarry.
Oh man, we already know what Kristin's gonna rate this gentleman, but let's save it. Save it.
They investigate the artwork's origins as they plan a gala. Unveil it. There is a lot to unpack in the Wedding Veil Part 1. So here we are.
I mean, here's the thing, okay? Typically, when we get a trilogy, sometimes we don't know it's going to be a trilogy. However, with this, we know right off the bat it's going to be a trilogy. So I feel as though the first one is very responsible for setting up the world in which we will now have to unpack throughout 3 things, right? Yeah. I mean, when they made Ghostbusters, they didn't know they'd be making the brilliance that is Ghostbusters 2. So like I feel like it's so interesting that you're setting yourself up for a trilogy, which is fascinating to me. Fascinating.
Yeah, and obviously each movie will have a lead that will carry that film, and presumably those leads will eventually get last names. But as of right
I don't know.
I don't think they're concerned with it. I think they will, no matter what, zoom each other at some point in the film with drinks.
Oh my goodness.
That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee.
Yeah,
the other thing that I loved about their Zoom is that they don't have to look at themselves.
It was beautiful.
It was just the 2 friends. But like on regular Zooms or on Microsoft Teams, someone sponsor us.
They did
you
but we will take any sponsor. Yeah.
You have to look at yourself too, and that's the worst part of a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
So with them, they were just looking at their friends. I was like, this is the best.
Yeah, it was super cool. So my thing with the veil was, to Mike's point about the monkey's paw, when they first introduced it, I wanted the veil to have rules a la like a Mogwai in Gremlins.
Yeah.
100%.
And like, there you go. I felt like Hilda should have, after presenting them with it, say, however, I must warn you. And I've got some rules. I mean, they're not that far off. Yeah. I figure keep it away from direct sunlight because it'll fade. Yeah. Never get it wet because it's 19th century Italian.
It's lace. It's nice lace.
Yeah. And never, no matter how much you want to, never wear it after midnight because
look what happens. Look what happens if that happens. I gotta blow that up.
Needed a third movie.
There's only 2 Gremlins?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. I don't know why I thought there was a third one.
I love the second one. Half because she's in it. This Gremlin is so great.
Gremlins 2 is okay. I mean, it's pretty bad. But the sketch that Key and Peele did to pitch Gremlins 2 is one of the greatest sketches that has ever been done, and I love it. If you've never seen it, just Google Key and Peele Gremlins. It will come up, and it is definitely a watch. It's a worth watch.
I think, I know we're like joking about the rules, but I do think, and I don't think they need to be as serious as like, and if you don't like meet them, like you die, or they like you have to suck someone else's soul in order to get your love, whatever. But I think there could have been some fun little catch.
Yeah.
And maybe it's still coming up. I don't give them that much credit, but I just like wonder if it's like, oh, but if you like put it on, it like is bad luck, or like if you show it to the man, right? Because that happens in this movie, like he turns into this or whatever. whatever. And it sort of naturally happened, but it wasn't because of some kind of mystical thing. It was just the writing of the movie. So
they could have used the creepy Santa from Just Before Christmas, and like if they don't get married by X amount of time, they just don't exist anymore.
Yeah, they're dead.
They're dead.
It could have a very supernatural feel. I've been doing a little reviewing of Supernatural for the 9 millionth time, and
that's not reviewing. That's just your life. You just watched it over and over.
But it could be like a very cursed object sort of situation that we could have the Winchesters show up, and maybe they're in the second one.
We'll keep watching. Yeah, they're going to Italy.
I want Kristin's rating on the Winchesters later on. I feel like it's gonna score high.
So I do have a photo here of Tracy paying for the veil. Are you saying they all paid?
They gave 3 cards. Do we not see here? Let me zoom in for our folks. Remember, as always, if we mess anything up on this show, please email us at remarktheshow@gmail.com or just post it in the comments and be like, you guys messed up. Yeah, she's got 3 cards. They all handed her a card, and then she handed the lady 3 cards. And again, that's when I thought to myself, oh, that lady is not going to be able to figure out how to split this.
You don't think that lady can divide by 3, Mike?
I mean, well, now, but if she's getting supernatural powers, she probably cursed them all. So it's probably
maybe.
Fun. Yeah.
That's why they all live. Spoiler, because the curse isn't enough to kill them all off. So, I must have been sending a really cool, funny tweet at this moment and looked down and missed the exchange of cards. Kristin and I were battling back and forth. Only one repeat joke. I was pretty impressed with us.
I was pretty impressed too. I was like, oh, there's the one.
Nice. Not too bad. All right, you go ahead, Chris.
I was just gonna say that I thought like the nice thing that this movie did was establish this friendship, right? But then we got a really cute sort of meet cute, obviously, of like that's my cab. No, that's your cab. That's my that was a lovely classic when we got to meet Peter moment.
Yes.
They went to the same museum.
They did. Yeah.
And they both learned that they are the only losers that read the entire museum write-up on what the art is about.
No, everyone does that. That's right. Everyone does that, don't they?
No.
Was that true?
I don't have time for it. I'm there to look at art. I don't want to read.
I'm there to read. The art is just like, it's nice. It's a comic book, you know? I will say, though, because I do want to keep us in that Marvel Hallmark. I'm going to make these worlds collide, damn it.
I know.
What's going to happen. I feel like nobody watches our Hallmark stuff, watches our Marvel stuff, and vice versa.
Right.
But if it ever does happen, there was a really interesting show called What If that Marvel presented on Disney+. So I thought, what if we did What Else? Might
What else? That transition was loud.
Very loud.
I think we blew up. We blew up. Sorry, everyone. Turn your thing down. All right, Kevin and Kristin, are you ready to play this week's edition of What Else? All right. Yes. We've already talked about some of famous trilogies throughout movie history. We've talked about this amazing trilogy, which I'd like to mention is part of what Hallmark, I feel like, didn't market up front, but then added somewhere along the way that this is now part of Love-uary, so they're combining things all over the place. Yeah, it's movies in January and February about love leading up to Valentine's Day. We have an enchanted veil here. What other enchanted items would you like to see in an upcoming Hallmark movie? Whoever wants to take it.
I'm going to take it first because I don't want Kevin to steal mine.
Perfect.
Because I am very, very interested in an enchanted garter belt.
Ooh, all right.
Now this was not a tradition that I did at my wedding because I did not really do anything traditional at my wedding. But I do find the tradition of pulling off a garter and putting it on a random stranger's leg to be very enchanting. So what my hope for this enchanted garter is that whoever touches, do you need me to go through this now, Mike? Or
yeah. I'm going to, I want to see what's better.
So the bride is the one wearing it. Then the man flings it at a guy and he puts it on the one that caught the lady that caught the bouquet. There's a lot of math involved in this. Now, what I'm thinking is that this enchanted garter once it is put on the leg of this new woman, it cannot be removed, or their love will die.
Oh my gosh, my gosh. Wait, Kevin, I don't mean to interrupt this bit within a bit, but I feel like we also just got a little bit of one of our favorite segments, which is... Here it comes. Who would Kristin play? That's right. Who would Kristin play? I just threw that in there. Kristin is clearly the lady at the antique shop giving away. Yeah, okay. Just okay. All right, we're all in there. All right, Kevin, what is your enchanted what else?
Do we have to go backwards out of the bit to get into this bit?
No.
I think we're just in it. I think we're in it.
I think we're incepting our own bit. Yeah. So.
Yeah, double down on the bits. So I would have an enchanted cake cutter. Very,
Ooh.
very elegant. Now here's the thing with the enchantment of this cake cutter. It allows you to travel through time.
What?
However, there is also a catch. Like any good monkey's paw, the catch is this. You can only travel to and from the life of the cake. Meaning, when you cut into the cake, you can go back a couple days before when the baker made the cake, or forward to when the last piece of cake is eaten. However, you can outlive this by putting a piece of the cake in a freezer for all time.
Oh my god. All right, so we've got the enchanted cake cutter and the enchanted garter belt. Kristin, just because I feel bad that he worked that hard on it, I'm going to give it to Kevin with the thought way too much about it. That is the correct answer between you two, but unfortunately neither of you guessed the correct answer. The third most enchanted object is, of course, Aladdin's lamp, where you get a trilogy of wishes, 3 wishes.
Got it.
There's 3 people, they can all wish for their guy, and then boom. Second place
And
is, of
Aladdin's
course,
a trilogy.
Yep,
Aladdin had
Of course.
Jafar. And
Yep, a trilogy. Of course, there is also the deathly hallowed be thy name. 3 items that you have to get. Mayhaps there it is, the garter of doom, or whatever we called it, the cutter of time, and some third item, which I think is the correct answer, and that is the one wedding ring to rule them all, is clearly the correct answer. I'm sorry.
Bummer.
So none of you got the top answer, but you were all very close. Once again, that was our new thing. It's called What Else?
That theme is kicking.
I like it.
Ooh.
I like it.
Makes me want to hop on my Harley and ride.
So let's bring up the next picture, which was photo 18, just because I forget why this was in there, but just a little more day drinking.
More
Let's
day
go out there.
drinking.
I'm not judging, Chris. I'm not judging.
Listen, here's the thing.
Yeah.
If I do go somewhere with particular friends, it literally is surrounded around where is our next drink from?
Particular friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, am I one of those particular friends? Because I do know Groundhog's Day. We're going to be hanging out. So what do I need to
Day
bring?
drinking on Groundhog's Day. We're day drinking on Groundhog's Day.
All right. So to Chris's point, she brought this up. We do have a cute meet with Peter, the cab thief. They go to take the same cab. He gives her the cab.
Look at this hustle. Look at this. Look at the arm hustle.
Hustle. He there's no way he called a cab. He saw her call a cab, and this was his pickup line. He ran up there. Come on.
Dude,
Come
No,
on.
man.
he was waiting there for someone hot to call a cab.
100%. 100%.
I give this guy credit because he was on the other
no.
side of the
No,
column.
no.
Stand up, and the cat, he didn't see her, but he chivalrously, I almost didn't, gave her the cab, and then got in another cab, and like Chris said, they ended up at the museum together, which I gotta tell you, environmentally, no. I mean, it is cute, but environmentally, they should have gotten in the same cab, man.
No,
Carpools.
they didn't know. They didn't know.
Then talk. Speaking of talk, they never find out each other's names, and it drove me crazy. That is, so they go to the museum together, they eat mac and cheese together, they hang out together, they find out that they both are from Boston. At no point do they exchange names, which is incredibly dangerous for a woman, obviously. But
yeah.
even if you listen to like murder podcasts, 75% of those are men that are killed by women on like dates. So like, ask a name and text a friend.
That's it. I think that's it. I think asking the name is step one. Telling someone else who and what their name is and where you last saw them is the other part.
You know what?
To text the day drinkers and say, listen.
And you know what step 3 is? Keeping your Boston accent consistent. Don't hide your Boston accent in certain scenes and have it be revealed in other scenes.
I really was shocked when he started using it.
It came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. It came a little bit out of nowhere.
Because I think I tweeted even while we were watching, like, oh, this guy must not even be a Southie because he's not using his Chris Evans or John Krasinski accent. And then like 2 scenes later, he's like, my car.
It's when he said teaching art to kids. It was like
teaching art to kids.
At first, it felt
so
like
good,
he was doing the restrained accent. And I actually commented to my wife and I was impressed. I was like, I like that because it's like, you don't have to do over the top.
Right.
And then,
then it just got worse.
There were certain key words that you use, and obviously at some point he said Boston, and he was like, "Oh, I'm back in it. I'm back in it."
I mean, here's the thing: if I have to do accent, I am the worst.
Yeah.
But I love them, and I'm quite obsessed with them. And I took a really fun speech and dialect class at acting school, so like I understand it all, but I just can't keep it up. So to get into things, I have to say words like Baston to get me started, or like McGregor if I want to start doing. I gotta stop though, because it always turns into a British person who assumably is from somewhere else.
Yeah, and to me, everything goes to Ireland. Like eventually, it's like it's the drain, and it's all swirling down. Because even Russian, you name it, eventually goes Irish.
Apologies on behalf of Remark. We do not think that Ireland is the drain of all accents. So yeah. I'm just kidding.
No, I wish I could do. That's one that I cannot.
No, it's pronounced Irish, but close, Chris.
I'm
sorry. Yeah. Are we doing this? Are we actually going to try and just butcher the Boston accent?
Teaching art to kids. I'm your cousin from Boston. That's mine.
I love those commercials though. With the guy who's like, your cousin from Boston.
So good.
He's just drinking. But here's my Boston accent. Y'all want it? Nope, I already dropped it.
Yeah. South Boston. That's totally great. The Cowboys of Boston. Y'all want to see some horses?
Been watching too much Yellowstone. All right.
I'm Bill Burr, and I'm a former stormtrooper in the Empire.
Bill Burr's accent comes and goes though. Like he turns it off, and then he turns it back on. It's like, but not just in roles. I mean, like in an interview, he'll be like, "I'm gonna turn off the Boston on this interview."
Well, I think that's one of my favorite things about the Boston accent is that a lot of people just turn it off because they're completely aware of it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like, but then when they're around others that are just using it, they just turn it right back on. And that to me is very fascinating because you're aware of, usually you're not aware of your accent. But I feel like people from Boston know and therefore can stop if they want to.
I think we, Chris, are aware of our accent because we're from Philly or Delco.
Yeah.
Delco, everyone with the mayor of Easttown now knows the Delco accent.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I know we fight through it and what have you, but just a very quick side story. When Comedy Sports Philadelphia hosted a championship a couple years ago, I forget who it was who came in. I think it was Eileen Ernest or somebody came in, and I was handing stuff out, and I said, "Here's a bottle of water," and she goes, "Oh, you guys say it," and I'm like, "What?" And I
what
I said, "Oh yeah, water."
Mm-hmm.
I speak, both ways. So, but yeah, I will always say water when I'm in the area because if you say water in this area, people will literally look at you and go, "What?"
What?
And the stage manager says, "Back to the wedding veil."
I will say the thing that I enjoyed in this moment was not only their goodbye, but this started the longest miscommunication ever.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't find out each other's names. They weren't.
Yeah. This is a perfect example of bad first date. And they even reference this as a first date later, and it's like you don't know a name, that's terrible. You don't know what she does. for all you know, she is a wedding planner, and this makes total sense that she has a veil. Like, the reason she has it also makes perfect sense. But yes, so Peter overhears with his super hearing, he overhears the concierge from way across the room saying, "Oh, this is lovely. You'll look beautiful in this." And, you know, take the compliment, right? And that's what she does. Avery takes the compliment and kind of moves on. Peter takes that as he's engaged. It's important, Mike. I'm sorry you're yawning. It's important.
No, this is me being stressed about this moment because keep going, and I'm going to tell you how I feel.
Well, this was the moment I was going to say that in the Hallmark, everybody does have super hearing. If you don't know that, they can hear through walls, other rooms, across the room. So allow me to quickly make my pitch to Hallmark once again.
No, Jesus.
Mikey is the guy who oversees all of Marvel. You need a Kevin to oversee all of Hallmark. I'm just throwing it out there. It's something. Now, I don't work alone. Kevin doesn't work alone. Kevin Feige has many people. Jon Favreau's in his ear. I have Kristin Finger to talk DJ Joey. We'll get back to that. Don't you worry. We will get back to that. I'm just saying, let's make this universe happen. Hallmark, just reach out to me, remarktheshow@gmail.com. Mike,
so many ideas.
Well, on Kevin on the I do agree with you 100% always. I don't understand how there's not like some kind of connected universe. Not only just with characters popping up, but like this is already a great example of like why just make what is going to be like three very separate movies. Yeah. That is only connected because we're saying it's a trilogy. Like there should be some, again, this is now going back to the potential mystical properties of this veil. Like why not give it something fun that it's like affecting everybody all at the same time. So it really is truly a trilogy. Like have fun with it. The fans are there. We're obsessed with it. Whatever. My biggest pet peeve in all movies of all time is miscommunication based off of like just bad communication. And oh man. Now I will say though that I do think, as someone who was single at one point and often overthought things, that there was a little bit of reality, right? Of being like, oh man, she doesn't really like me. I'm super self-conscious and like insecure. And like, I'm going to make up this storyline so that I don't have to, cause she says it at some points to him too, like, oh, you're just afraid of committing. So I think there is a strain of reality that could have been played here. But once it's just back to back, too many things in a row. She shows up with the DJ, who's the brother, or not the DJ, who's the brother, the like fiance, who's the brother going to find the DJ. It's just there were too many times throughout the movie where something clearly would have been said that wasn't said. The cake eating was my god, that was the biggest one. I'm like, all you have to be like is like it's her wedding. Like,
her wedding. Like I don't understand how that didn't come up.
So we can jump to that. So I mean, very quickly, Avery goes back to the museum to work. She's looking to get this promotion. And that's when it's revealed that Peter is this wealthy philanthropist who's on the board to help the gala. And then we have almost 2 hours of Peter thinking Avery is getting married. But here's what's crazy. Lucy is getting married. That's Fiona Vroom, who is in Nantucket Noel. She was like one of the two characters we liked, her and Daniel Bacon.
She was also in Flip That Romance with our boy Tyler Hines.
Woo! Tyler, we're still waiting, Tyler.
We're waiting patiently.
Still waiting.
We'll get there. So the two of these galoots go into the basement together, which is weird, and they find this painting. Again, not in this picture, and it drives me crazy because at no point do we ever see the picture.
It sort of is. You could see her head.
Can you?
A little bit. It wasn't cleaned up by KFC bucket guy yet.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Then we go into paint restoration. So the 19th century Italian painting. Did we mention
wait
that?
A minute.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The painting. It's a 19th century Italian painting. That's all. I just wanted to throw that out there. No particular reason. No particular reason.
There were so many. What is the thing where you throw the ball up to get ready for someone to spike it?
A set.
Set. Yeah. Set.
There were so many sets in this movie that no one spiked. No one.
Yeah, absolutely not. That one blew me away. First of all, I thought they said the painter's name was Don Amici. I swear they said that, and I was like, Don Amici's a great actor, great character actor. Trading Places, awesome, so good. not Don Amici, but it was basically Da Vinci, but not Da Vinci, because part of me thought this is a real painting. It is not a real painting. So
That's
just
fine.
for all of us who do read the entirety of the piece of art, Don Amici is not. You're not going to find any Don Amicis in the MoMA anytime soon. So, but we do bring in Greg Rogers as the restorator who plays Frederick Newman. Greg was the mayor in Dickens of a Holiday.
Oh, I thought I recognized him.
Yeah, he's been in other ones. He was in Cranberry Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Did I send you a picture of him, Mike?
You didn't, unfortunately, but
Just Colonel Sanders.
No, I thought I did. No bad. But luckily, finally, because like there's a lot of non-Hallmarkiness happening, or at least non-Hallmarkiness in holiday films. Because one of the tropes that people joke about is, oh, he's rich and she doesn't know. They don't do that in the Christmas films, or they haven't in many, many years. Like that may be an old trope, but they haven't done it they haven't done it in any of the movies Chris and I have reviewed in the past 2 years. So I started thinking maybe they're just totally pulling away from the tropes that we have come to love of Christmas Hallmark movies. But alas, Peter does not have a dad.
It's dead dad alert! Dead dad alert! Dead dad alert! Dead dad alert!
That's very funny. Chris and I are dancing because the old Dead Dad alerts had like this Caribbean music to it. I don't know why.
No, it's serious. Once I took over, this became serious stuff.
I understand. That is not. Mike, put your mourning veil back on. Respect for the dead dad.
But yeah, so this dead dad is important because it allows Peter to have to take over his family's financial. Why do you just have that?
Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions.
I would like to say on behalf of all dead dads, I'm not a dead dad, not yet. Oh, good God, give me some time. I think they're all important, Chris.
Okay, no, that's fair.
Because he's got money. I'm just
the worst, especially from someone that has a dead dad.
Yeah,
Woo! Hey,
we're in the club. We're in the
you're
club.
right. So the important thing that we learned then from this dead dad alert is that how important the business that Peter has to do is family driven, which I will say, and this is skipping ahead a bit because Peter ran hot, he ran cold often, and it was mostly because he was like, crap, I like this chickie babe.
Yeah. He was feeling guilty that
he's
in love with a engaged woman.
I'm in love with an engaged woman. So he kept pulling and pushing.
Yeah.
But there was finally the classic, because I will admit, at one point, I looked at what time it was, and I was like, how is there 40 minutes left of this movie?
Right.
100%. 100%.
When he finds out, like, I mean, it wasn't 2 hours. It felt like it, but you're right. He found out there were actually 40 minutes left.
Yeah.
And I was the same thing. I was like,
unbelievable. Right. And I was like, what more will we do? So which was great, but then that's where then they were together, which was something quite lovely that we never see is when two people actually get together, the movie doesn't end. So we got to see this couple still continue, and they did even say we're dating. Yeah. And I was like, is this just going to carry through? But then she meets his mother.
And accidentally tells her a truth that her son won't. And what happened?
And he wants to teach art to kids.
He wants to teach art to kids in the South in the project with a Sam Adams.
But he can't because he's dead dad. And it's just not fair.
Yeah.
Can we just pull up? I don't want to blow past it. Okay, I just want to blow up real fast. Photo 27 there, Mike.
Yeah, I got it.
It's
who you want.
Yeah, that's DJ Joey. I could not find. That's really him. That's the actor, and it's as close as I get to DJ Joey. But that is DJ Joey from. Oh Christ, help me out here, Chris.
It was always you.
Yeah.
Do you know
you
how
mean the
proud-
actor? I saw this picture in your lineup, Kevin, and I was like, I don't know what this is. This must have been the moment where I was playing like Wordle on my phone, and I was like, what is did they show the DJ in this movie?
No,
Oh,
this was my brilliant Hallmark multiverse idea.
Nice.
Because they had a DJ from another movie starring Tyler Hines
Hey.
and
We're
DJ
And Aaron
Still
Krakow.
and Aaron Krakow. So that's why I was like, why when they were searching for a DJ, why not hire DJ Joey? He's got to
People
get
would've
out of
lost
his
their
parents'
mind.
basement.
Yeah, people, like, again, my Fikey pitch, people would have lost their minds if they're in the, and yes, I understand, he lives on, I forget where that was even, it was like Nantucket, it was an island, it was Seattle, it was out in Seattle. So it wouldn't have, but maybe he moved out of his mom's basement. Now he's living in his
he got out
dad's
of his
basement.
parents' basement and he's
No,
healthy
he
now.
left his mom's basement, he's in his dad's basement. It would've been great.
DJ Joey.
DJ Joey drinking them Adams.
Didn't do that. So instead, we do go to the wedding, Lucy's wedding, and this is where Peter finds out, not yet, that Avery, like, he's at Lucy's wedding. He should have been like,
it wasn't.
That was bananas. That was the cake followed by the wedding. I'm like, this dude is an idiot.
He's an idiot. Like, I'm so sorry, but this
It's
is
real slow.
This is why you're not allowed to teach art to kids. Because it's dumb. Like, we can't do that.
I love to teach art to kids, please.
No, sorry. I'm sorry.
I can't wait
So,
for
finally,
H3O.
finally, it's revealed.
What?
No, there's nothing wrong with a dummy being beautiful. Like, the world is run by dumb, beautiful people.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? It is finally revealed to Peter in like big, luminous sign that she literally comes right out and says, "No, I am not engaged. I'm not with anyone. You idiot!
You idiot!"
And then he goes, "Oh," and she's like, "You have a date here at the wedding, man. I'm here with the bride's brother as a friend. I don't have a date. You have a date." And he goes, "Well, I'm a really good-looking millionaire who gives money away, but I can't find a date. That's my cousin." Come on.
The cousin thing
Because
was
his
weird.
cousin loves a wedding. She loves a Boston wedding. She came
It's
here.
a Boston wedding.
just
It's
to
family.
meet some
It's all about
boys.
family. It's all about family in Boston. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, this is, if I thought of it, that's where Vin Diesel needs to
That's
pop
where
up.
Vin Diesel is a pop
A lot of Vin Diesel this season, guys. Go back and watch our episodes if you like Vin Diesel. You'll see him
And
a
you
lot.
like family.
So, right, to Chris's point, we still now have 40 minutes left
40.
to this movie in which Peter now knows. And it's like, okay, well, what are they going to do? Oh, wait, we do also have this moment where they connect again a little bit because Avery, though her dad is alive and well, guess who's not?
It's a dead mom alert! Dead mom alert! Batten down the hatches, everyone! We got a dead mom! Oh.
I love the juxtaposition of the music and the seriousness, and Kristin and I dance.
I love a trope. I love a
What is
trope.
happening? What
I
is
feel like we have
happening?
40 minutes left in the movie, but probably only 10 minutes left in this episode. Let's be honest.
Great,
Yeah.
good.
No, no,
Time check.
yeah, we
Time
got
check.
it. So then we have another little, not plot twist, but a little something we can throw in there.
Ooh.
A lot of problems with the painting, a lot of problems restorating this painting, because we find out there is this plot line that they edited most of it out of the movie, and that would be Jason, the terrible, I'm going to say it as Chris called him on Twitter, asshole.
Yeah.
She's like, "This asshole."
Boo. Boo.
Loved it.
And
However,
who does he remind you of, Kevin?
the god of mischief himself.
Yeah.
That is pretty close. It's
I-
a stunt double at least.
This is another how do you dare moment here, Kevin.
What?
How dare you?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Kristin take all this.
I am angry because
Wait, who's the asshole now, Kristin?
the perfection that is Tom Hiddleston is not comparable to anyone, let alone Jason and his assholiness.
All right, here's the thing, though. We're making a big budget Hallmark movie, okay? We have Tom Hiddleston in it. He is the male love interest. Kristin Finger is the female love interest, okay? But this is the big explosion. This is your fault, Hallmark. You hired Kevin Reagan to be Kevin Feige. There's going to be shit blowing up. I'm sorry, it has to be said. That said, we can't blow up Tom Hiddleston. We bring in Jason, as played by Zachary Golka, and we say, listen, it's going to be fine. The explosion, you're going to be fine. We think. I don't know. This is Hallmark. We've never done it. We're not blowing up Tom Hiddleston. Kristin, are you okay with him as the stunt double in that moment? Or do you want to kill Tom Hiddleston?
No, I don't want to kill Tom Hiddleston.
No, those are your choices. Low budget.
Also, is this man's face photoshopped on someone else's long hair? Or is that really him?
That's his IMDb. He's doing the duck face.
Kevin does his deep Google image dives. Kristin, come on. Can I just say something about this plot line since we're on the movie here? This was my biggest sort of I didn't mind like their storyline, the two leads. You know what I mean? Whatever. It played out like any Hallmark movie would play out. I had a pretty big issue with their sort of fake story, like side storylines. Like this one was super weird and annoying and weak because immediately he throws away the note from the art restorer, which we didn't get this beauty you did here, Kevin. but just quick throwback to that. But then he immediately the next scene he's like, oh haha, like I'm just joking or whatever. Like you know what I mean? Yeah. The actress who played the friend who had the wedding also was just very dynamic, very like good actor. Just totally throw away. His friend, his not art curator, but the gentleman who played his like benefactor. I don't know. There was just a lot of the curator of the museum, or like the owner of the museum. Like there's just everyone just really got some basic roles here in this. And I would have liked to see a little more development of the secondary characters for sure, including this guy. Maybe.
It's interesting because maybe Jason may be helpful and useful when we see these other two movies.
Maybe that's possible. I don't think he'll play a factor at all, but that's possible.
Sure. That's fun of a trilogy,
Absolutely. Yeah, and knowing, looking for that. But are we going to be greatly disappointed if Jason Hiddleston here doesn't show up?
You guys got to take this picture down because it's starting.
Well, then hold on.
Here we go. Here's a good one. Here's a good one for you, Kristin. Here it is. Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Yep.
Go ahead, Kevin. I can't.
No, it's your moment, baby. You get to shine. This was awesome.
So they finally did the unveiling. The amount of times they say unveiling in the movie The Wedding
Very
Veil.
clever. Yeah.
Very clever. Of this painting at the gala. They like bring it down, and of course my brilliance tweets this. And what does Lacey Chabert think of me? Finds me hilarious. I got not one, not two, not three, but four.
Hearts, and one of them was clearly Kevin's because it's highlighted in a red heart.
That's a good point. It was awesome. It was such a great moment for all of us. I did turn to Julie at that moment and said, well, there will be no living with Kristin now. And then I tweeted that.
Yes.
Truth.
I love Lacey. I love her. And I've been saying that since we've been doing this. We always love her movies. She's great. Winter in Vale with Heine. Oh my goodness. Stop.
You say?
She's in one with Tyler. So for those that are just watching for the first time, I'm a noob. I'm sucked in. I love Lacey out of context, and I didn't know she had one with Tyler Hines. Oh man,
she's in two with Tyler Hines.
What? Oh my god,
she's
royalty.
Winter in Vale and Sweet Caroline.
That's Hallmark royalty right there. I feel like, right?
No Christmas movies for those two together yet.
Yeah, interesting.
But they're pretty big juggernauts. That's a tough one to put them together because
because you want to spread. Yeah. That's hard. Lacey, call me.
Yeah, you guys should hang out. You should day drink together. Chris will be a third. Rosé all day, baby. So, this is the thing. There it is. This is the thing. My tweet was this in this moment because we have unveiled the painting. We have, at this point, presumably, Avery works in the art world. Her best friends work in the art world. Is she not sharing that picture? We all send each other pictures of, like, I know everything about Kristin's cat at every point during the day. I know absolutely everything that Agent Coulson has done and is doing right now.
Sleeping.
See, I already know that. You sent me a picture. I have it. It's so she never sent this portrait, because if she had, perhaps one of them who work in the art world would have said, that 19th century Italian photo looks very similar to or painting looks very similar to our 19th century Italian veil.
And,
Like, come on. Everyone pay attention to the plot of the film that you are living. I don't understand.
This was my exact tweet. None of these three women in the art world realized that veil in the painting is the same damn veil they all purchased. That was liked by many people, including Hallmark itself. Come on, Hallmark. I don't know what to tell you. I love that they're like, yeah, it's a plot hole.
We know.
The beat it heart bit was my favorite, because not only did they take a very nice veil and some like poor like costume PA like assistant, they're like, oh, put a heart on really quick. Then they had to like draw it onto the painting. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Anyway. Cut to 8 months later. Peter and Avery, the truth of the veil comes true, and here it is. They have got married.
They got married.
At this point, Avery shows Emma and Tracy the portrait while wearing the veil, and that is when they all realize, oh, we're going to have another movie.
Nice.
There you have it.
Nice. Woo.
So I think we're in Italy next one.
To talk about.
I think we get to travel to Italy. What do you mean there's nothing left to talk about?
Shall we talk about the dude?
Let's talk about the dudes. It is time, everybody, for your favorite segment, Hallmark Holiday Hunks Objectification. H3O.
Oh my.
Cut off a breath.
Yowza. All right, so we will be objectifying the male lead, Peter, played by Kevin McGarry.
Well, actually, Kevin wants you to objectify this first image, and that is
sorry.
it's Jason.
There he is. Oh, what a!
Have we ever given a zero? Have we ever given a zero?
No, first of all, that guy doesn't get a zero. I mean, compared to Jason, of course, but
Look at the perfection beside him.
Yeah,
It is
point one. All right, McGarry. All right, Kristin. Kevin has two pictures prepared for you.
Oh, okay, I'm ready.
All
you
right.
always yell at me. You always yell at me, so here's number one.
All right, here's
No, thank
number
you.
one.
OMG.
Yeah.
Okay,
Get that
now
mustache.
you've confused me. a bit.
Right?
Okay.
I know we did this in a weird order.
What's number two?
Okay, let's do. Okay, you got the same picture, but two
okay.
scores. His main picture there, yeah.
I
But how about
swear to
this?
God. Ay, there is something that Hallmark photographers do to the sexiest men, and they make them look like just total like I don't know how to describe it.
Put up a Hallmark.
Yeah, this
That
one. This
man
one.
there can't get it. I don't want it. Okay, but that man there can get it. Okay, it's confusing. It's very, very confusing. Like,
I gotta tell you, I was just doing the mustache as a little Hawkeye throwback for you.
no, I appreciate that, but you also put him in glasses. Look at his hair right there.
Glasses. Yep.
Plus the mustache, and he's in like a denim button down. So we're gonna give
So this one
person-
first.
This one first. I'm giving this one a 9.
Ooh.
I'm giving it a 9. Oh. If I saw that walk into a coffee shop in Boston,
Coffee shop.
I would go over and order a cappuccino.
You are.
Uh,
Yeah, you know what? I actually like the character. it's again, I never blame the
Weird.
actor, the writing of the.
You don't blame the actor.
No, yeah. Then what are they gonna do? Bring in a team of writers? Who are they? Sly Stallone.
Totally.
This dude, I didn't mind him. I thought he was, a kind dude. The hot and cold was annoying, especially how much he would pivot. So this is the hot and cold, is what we're doing with the picture.
My not to get too spicy, but my uterus just went nah.
It left the room. I'm gonna give him a 7.5, probably across the board. He was fine.
Across the board. I'm with Kristin on this one. I would give him a high 6s. I don't know. He was charming, but he was super dumb. This is character again, character, not actor. Just so dumb. And even his like, oh, he's good with kids moment was just like a little bit creepy. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it was cute. Like they tried to give him some appeal. I don't think it was his fault, to Kevin's point. So I'm giving the character 6.5. But then this gentleman here, I'm going up into the 9. I'm gonna go 8.9. 8.9 for Stachio. Mustachio there. Yeah.
If we can get that on the show.
Yep.
Okay. Come on.
Yeah.
I had that. I at one point.
He's clearly in not Zoom right now. He's clearly in a Zoom meeting. Yes.
Well, that's the thing. If this is what this man looks like just on Zoom, what is Hallmark doing to these men to make them?
He had a lot of
like
foundation on, lot of foundation on it at many points.
They don't need it. Stop dressing
Did you like
them
the
up.
plum though? Did you like the plum outfit there?
I did, and I am now friends with the wardrobe girls over at Hallmark because I keep thanking wardrobe for like the white button down and I did like that they never buttoned any of his top buttons because Harry Whisper, and that purple suit was a moment. So I thanked them and they said thank you so much, and then we just got chatting, and I love the wardrobe girls over at Hallmark.
So this character of Peter, the Joker, and Steve Harvey, only people who can pull off a purple suit. So
True that. Hey everybody, that was another episode of Hallmark Holiday Hunks Objectification. Yeah, Professor Plum is from Clue H3O.
I
was gonna say, I'm like, that's the fourth.
Good point.
What's coming up?
There it is. There we have it. The Wedding Veil Unveiled, Part 2. Part 2. How do you say it in Italian? Anyone know?
Un, deux, trois. No, that's French.
Dulissimo, I think.
Dulissimo?
Oh,
Did you make
Dulissimo. Yep.
Yeah.
So this will be there's a nice Valentine's Day gift to yourself on Saturday, February 12th at 8 p.m. on the Hallmark Channel. You can watch the sequel and follow that veil. Sisterhood of the Traveling Veil, I think. Kristin.
Exactly.
I can't believe it's that late, that far away.
I know.
like don't get me wrong. This isn't what is it? This isn't like Infinity War and Endgame. I'm not gonna stress out over it, but a month.
No, I think part of the problem is the effects aren't done yet, and I heard that it leaked online without the effects, and some people
they're deciding whether to stream it in exclusively or to show it in theaters. Right? Okay, that makes sense. Sense.
I mean, Tom Holland already ruined the ending. So just so you have the plot, Emma travels to Italy to teach and research. Wedding Veil said to bring its owner love. While there, she meets Apollo. Ooh. I said, I'm sorry, I took in air. It's Paulo. I didn't mean to say Apollo. Rocky, more than a trilogy. She meets Paulo, the son of a local lace-making family.
What? All right, I get it.
So there we have it.
I get it.
Sold. Also, I forgot to mention, and I can't let this episode end before, of course, I mentioned that Kevin McGarry played the role of Citrus in season, I think, 6 of Schitt's Creek, or 6 or 5, when he played the person that wanted to get them to the gate, do you know what I'm talking about? That episode? It was anyway, forget it. Cut this out.
Someone does, and they should talk to us about it at remarktheshow@gmail.com. So we will be back in February. Until then, I don't want to speak for everyone. I don't know that anyone.
Wait, Kevin, do you mean February or do you mean Love-uary?
Love-uary. And hey, who knows? Maybe we'll be back before that. So subscribe to the channel. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Remark the Show. You can follow us on Twitter. Sorry, Kristin, at Remark Show. I don't know why. And obviously, we are on the YouTubes. Please subscribe, like this episode, share it, watch it again. Let your cats watch it. That's what we do. So help us with the clicks, and we can make more of these. It's so much fun.
If you're involved in Hallmark, we want you on the show.
Yes.
So Tyler Hines, Lacey Chabert, all the people, wardrobe girls. Maybe we should ask the wardrobe girls.
Absolutely, yeah.
We want other Hallmark remarkers, right? Like folks that are also have reaction videos. Come on, give us your opinion. So let us know.
We've been in contact with some people, so we will be working that out. And so you may see some surprises. Again, best way to find out about that is subscribe to the channel. And when episodes pop up, there you go. You have them.
And that's it, everybody.
It's been a long, exhausting day. Your troubles just won't go away. One thing that gets you through these is watching cheesy holiday movies. You think that you're above them, but you know that you love them. So get ready to listen. Now here comes Kevin and Kristin.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Yay! Fails. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.